Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Acc Friday, 28th of May 2021. We're looking at the front of the papers. First up, New York Times, big picture, lots of children who died in Gaza, very sad, RIP. Beside that, US investigates Ukrainians' role in 2020 elections. So supposedly the FBI have been investigating whether certain officials were pressured by Ukraine into spreading pro-Trump info in the 2020 election. One of them is Rudy Giuliani, who's been separately investigated as a different investigation about the Trump network. Over on the right, President to push a $6 trillion plan aimed at growth. Thanks, Joe. Down here, visiting Africa, Macron hopes to bolster ties. Okay, so Emmanuel Macron went to Rwanda, presumably to apologise for all the bad stuff they did there. Picture some of the relatives of one of the people who died in the mass shooting yesterday, RIP. Eric Carla died, the guy who wrote The Very Hungry Caterpillar. He was 91, RIP. New York Times International Edition, opinion piece on the left, Nicholas Kristof, vaccinating the world as investment. Here's a way to assert US leadership to benefit the world and safeguard the American economy. Yeehaw. Taliban conquest gather pace. Picture of a couple of Afghani policemen out there in the sun. Tech giants feel the heat of a Russian crackdown. A Kremlin campaign to control online speech is part of a global trend. Okay, so like Twitter, Google, Facebook, etc. can't be used for like anti-Kremlin protests, this type of thing. They have to toe the line with the authorities, much like in China and I'm sure other places as well. USA Today, soldier put in chain can re-enter office school. This is a story about a black man who was in the National Guard, and as a punishment they tied a chain around him, which is obviously a very humiliating punishment. And I think what's interesting is they basically came out and said they recommended that Maryland consider disciplinary action against the officials who did it. So nothing's actually happened to them. He's just allowed back into the National Guard. Story from yesterday about the gunman in San Jose. Story there about arms dealers, or rather gun sellers, being not so good and like not doing background checks and trafficking a lot of weapons and stuff. And the inspectors are also pretty lenient. Next up, Wall Street Journal. San Jose mourns victims of train yard massacre. Biden spending plan. Nike and soccer star Neymar split amid sex assault probe. So Neymar is a footballer and he's been accused of sexual assault. Down the bottom, there's an interesting graph there of basically the retail basket. So people, just normal people picking stocks, are doing way better than the big hedge funds. Genuinely love to see it. Financial Times, there's Matt Hancock sitting in Parliament not looking too happy. He's under fire because of what Dominic Cummings said about him. Moscow forces cancellation of flights routed around Belarus. Okay, so Russia's sticking the pressure on for flights that won't fly over Belarus. HSBC, that's a bank, winds down in North America after 40 years by selling retail banks. Okay, they're pulling out of the market. Over on the left, commodity prices rise and shine a light on breakfast. So this is basically saying food inflation is happening, and a lot of food prices are going up by around 20% on average since 2019. Okay. Irish Times, vaccine shortfall thing, a woman singing in Kilmainham jail, something there about planning permission for a housing site. Staffing crisis in hair salons because of people not wanting to go back to work. Irish Examiner, picture of the full moon in Balbriggan Lighthouse, very nice. Something about reopening. G7 mulls global corporate tax overhaul. Okay, might have big implications for Ireland. Human interest story about a boy with autism who doesn't have support over the summer. Something about a true crime story about a car being found in a lake. Irish Independent, property story, picture of a woman singing, stuff reopening, property, football. Irish Daily Mail, reopening stuff, celebrities. Irish Sun, true crime, celebrities. Guardian, Cillian Murphy, go with the flow, Enya's top 10 songs. You can't pick a top 10, they're all top 10, I'm sorry. Pressure on Hancock thing, picture of Einstein. China fury at broader US inquiry into COVID. Okay, I covered that yesterday. £11 billion cost of repairing schools in England. Okie dokie. Independent, Matt Hancock. 4 stories across the top. Cummings, government, Nigel Farage and films. Something about 3 and 4 COVID cases are now the Indian variant, getting spicy. Daily Tory graph, there's Hancock again, feeling the heat. Down the bottom, call for UN inquiry into theory that COVID emerged from lab. Okay, who's calling for that though? Who's calling for the UN inquiry? I would like to know. It just says experts. Okay, you know when it says experts, that means the CIA or someone similar. Russia story, schools warn of social media Palestinian rally. Okay, strange headline. Football stuff, carbon tax. English Times, something about police failing people who go missing and victims of sex trafficking. Anthony Hopkins, Matt Hancock, Indian variant. iNewspaper, variant, threatening lockdown ending on 21st of June. Bear Grylls saying save Britain Scouts, alrighty. Football, Daily Mail, lockdown stuff, anti-lockdown thing, whatever, or anti-lockdown ending or something like that. Yeah, picture of Kate there for some reason. Daily Express, picture of Kate again. Holidays, Boris, lockdown stuff. Daily Mirror, picture lots of people who died in care homes who told them they were safe. Okay, human interest thing. Metro, Friends, Matt Gloss. Okay, because he's painting over the accusations. Okay, not a great headline today from the Metro, kind of disappointing. Daily Star, weather, breakfast, football, booze. Thankfully, that's it for the day. If you want to stay off corporate media, just click the link in the description. Alright, good luck.